Hey fam. So the first thing you might be wondering is why is a big pile of books here? Is it because I want to stroke my intellectual ding-dong and think I'm really important and smart and all this sort of fun? No, it's not. It's just because this was on the table. Also, it has a nice little wall, so I can block my body and feel less anxious, because I don't like when people look at me or cameras, because, you know, a little bit anxious. But you know what? We all got our Achilles, all got our Achilles heels. There we go. Anyways, point being, first things first, fuck rules. My favorite example of this I'm going to take from a passage in Nikolai Google's Mysterious Portrait, in which there's this guy who has no love for Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Titian, etc., yet uses them to put a wall, a block, some sort of hurdle for young artists to go over, because he wants to make sure that he is not threatened by them. So, what I'm saying is that the rules are there not to help facilitate the growth or progress of young artists, but to make sure that they have more bullshit to go through before they can be considered artists or, you know, people, because it keeps the old guard on top longer for no real reason, no real talent, just because they know about some sort of bullshit. Yet, in the same book, there is a recluse, a fucking weirdo, who lets society, fashion, friends, all these things fall by the wayside while he locks himself up in a studio just practicing painting, practicing art, practicing the things that he loves every fucking day. And what you see is that this man does actually study from the classics, but instead of, you know, going to textbooks, instead of going to fucking lectures, bullshit like that, he goes to the museums and he looks at the paintings and he observes them and he sees the fucking techniques that the masters used rather than being taught them. He realizes them, he observes them, he sees them for himself. What happens is that at the end of the book, or end of the short story, towards the end of the short story, you see this man create a piece so fucking beautiful that the main character tries to scoff at it, and yet is moved to tears by how powerful and intimate that piece is. So the reason why I brought up that excerpt is because I wanted to use it to show that the rules aren't there to help you learn. The rules aren't there to help you become better at what you want to do. The rules are there to get in the way for you to try to prove yourself in the world and meet other people's standards. They're not there for you, they're there for other people to judge you. They're bullshit. They're there just to, you know, obstruct your path. Now, people probably going to say that I'm overreaching, whatever. So, let me go on my own life experience. As a writer, every piece of advice that I have read is pretty much fucking bullshit. My favorite one is to have a good sleep schedule. Make sure that you are a good day person. You can observe everybody during the fucking day. You can just fucking go to cafes and listen to people do small talk. You can fucking see soccer moms doing their little jogging thing. And it's just like, why the fuck would I do that? I'm a nocturnal person. I just like the night. So fuck that. Another one of my favorites is, like, write everything, like, have a journal so you can write all your thoughts down in it. And it's like, I don't write on the run, you know, I'm not in a fucking train, just sitting there like, hey, I'm gonna fucking get some ideas down, hey look at this, yeah. I'm the kind of guy who only writes, you know, in my own, like, couches I like. I write in my friends' homes, I like to write in my home, I like to, you know, live my life, and then after that, use the observations and things that I've learned through living in my work. It's just, that's how I do it. And my point isn't to, you know, shit on someone's technique. My point isn't to say that anybody's way of doing something is wrong. My point is that you have to fucking find it, man. You have to figure out all this shit for yourself. There is no advice, there is no guide, there is nothing that will tell you what to do. You just need to muster up the fucking goal to do what you want to do. That's all it is. Practice and diligence will always be more important and worthwhile than some fucking piece of advice. Don't listen to anybody. Well, I mean, listen to people if you want. You don't have to. What you have to do is learn how to do what you want to do the best you can. So stop reading bullshit on the internet and fucking do what you want to. It's hot as shit in that. Jesus Christ.